How's it going, everyone? So with the Granblue Fantasy Endless Ragnarok releasing today on PC and tomorrow if you guys do have console at midnight Eastern time, I just want to walk you through the changes that are happening to the characters, at least since they released a patch notes and it is a mile long. I at least want to go over what's happening to the characters and how they're changing and what buffs or debuffs they are getting. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this video. So before we start here, I did see one of the patch notes that you could adjust to see how much effects are on your screen at once, especially from other characters. So you could put that down to like medium, or you could actually turn them completely off so you don't see any of the craziness happening with other characters, especially if you're fighting bosses and have this everything going on. All right, so let's get into this. So the captain, Gran and Jita, dodging while charging power raise no longer resets the charge. Adjust the default camera distance from the captain. That's pretty cool. Increase the power of normal attacks and power raise. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Phalanx now adjusts all allies instead of nearby allies only. The substitute skill now grants damage cut instead of defense plus. The substitute skill now can intercept attacks that can't be guarded. Ooh, nice. A little buff from Gran, or the captain. Catalina's next. Dodging while performing Ares. Pack Strike no longer dismisses Ares. I think this was a huge thing because Catalina was no longer effective in game because there's so much dodging mechanics that has to go on. So pretty cool. Pretty good buff by her. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Now the stackable effects can be added. The strength of damage plus granted to the Guardian's Warpath sigil has been lowered. So there's a little debuff there. A lot of things have been debuffed and a lot of things are being buffed because there's like a balance change happening to the new DLC. Next one from Rackham. Increase the chain chance area, making it easier to participate in chain bursts from a distance. That's pretty cool. Normal attacks fired while walking no longer lose auto aim. Fire consecutive bullseye blast no longer cause Rackham to move forward. Increase the power of normal attacks and bullseye blast 5. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Seems like that's going to be across the board. Made it easier for Coffin Maker to hit distant foes. Now that stackable effects have been added, reduce the attack plus effect granted by wild gunsmoke. Next one from Io. Increase the chain chance area, making it easier to participate in chain bursts from a distance. If the attack button is held while a charged normal attack, charged stargaze, or skill is executing, the new attack will now begin charging immediately after the previous attack has completed. That's pretty good. Increase the power of normal attacks and stargaze. Increase the power of lightning and flowery 7. Increase the power of Skybound Art initial attack. Fix a bug where the sigil effect for Mage Warpath wasn't triggering during link time. Good fixes. Good catches. Next one from Yugen. Increases the chain chance area, making it easier to participate in chain bursts from distance. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. After throwing a grenade by holding the grenade button, shorten the delay to initiate another grenade throw. While locked on a target, the cursor will now stay locked on the target when leaving sniper vision or after using the aimable skill. Yugen can now switch to sniper vision even if foes get too close to him. Some buffs for Yugen. After dodging while in sniper vision, shorten the delay to initiate melee attack. Improve the target when holding a button to aim grenades or the armor piercing round skill. While activating Sumrak or detonator, the activation button is now displayed in a fixed location near the reticle. Fix the bug where non-player controlled Yugen wouldn't switch to sniper vision. Fix the bug where the reticle of the aimable skills would sometimes drift away from the target. Fix the bug where after switching to sniper vision, the reticle would swing toward off-screen targets. Fix the bug where after switching to sniper vision, Yugen would suddenly face a different direction if there was no longer a valid target in the center of the screen. Fix a bug where the speed of switching to sniper vision differed depending on the player's hardware setup. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Now that the stackable effects have been added, reduce the defense down effect inflicted by Venom Grenade. Next one from Rosetta. When Rosetta enters critical condition, planted roses now stays planted and no longer reset. After holding the Rose Palace button to place a plant, each press of the Rose Palace button right after will now plant a rose at that spot. Just getting some buffs. So when holding the Rose Palace button to plant a rose, if Rosetta dodges right after releasing the button, the rose will be planted. Improve targeting when holding the Rose Palace button to plant roses. Increase the power of combo D attacks, as well as attacks from roses planted with Rose Palace. Increases the power of Lost Love. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Landing Rose Tycoon now restores the gauges of planted roses. Vertically expanded the hitboxes of level 1 and level 2 roses. Reduce the rose gauge depletion effect of the rose's warpath sigil. Next one we got Charlotta. Extended the input window between combo attacks, making it easier to prolong the combo that requires button mashing. You no longer have to press the button as rapidly to continue comboing attacks. People were breaking the controllers, maybe? Increase the power of the power finishers while Noble Stance is active. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attacks. Koenig's Child now affects all allies instead of nearby allies only. As part of the adjustment made to the status effect calculations and stacking, Valiant Stance now grants attack up instead of attack up. Furthermore, the effect strength of each stack has been reduced. Next one from Gendagoza. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Pretty simple. He just has, well, I think what everyone is getting. Fairies next. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. After activating Purge Spirits, showing the delay to initiate the next attack. Benediction now affects all allies instead of nearby allies only. Skill and sigils whose effects are dependent on the number of pets summoned will now count Beepo when Beepo is summoned as via Umlauf. Fix the bug where pets could no longer be summoned properly if a certain skill were activated right after pets were dismissed with Onslaught. Fix a bug where pet attacks still inflicting debuffs on the foes should have been protected by the debuff immunity effect. Pendle, Strafe, and pet attacks now fill the SBA gauge per hit instead of from the initial hit only. Nice. Next one, Namara. Upon activating Setsuna, the next attack can no longer be initiated until Setsuna's final slash is completed. Increase the power of Free Flutter finishers and Dawnfly finishers. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Fix a bug where if Namaro dodge canceled right after using Transient and then began charging a normal attack in the Fly Dawn stance, Transient wouldn't go on cooldown and the normal attack would charge faster than intended. Okay, they fixed the bug there. Now that the damage cap mechanics have been adjusted, reduce the boost to attack granted by 1 butterfly, reduce the SBA gauge gain penalty of butterflies Warpath Sigil to negative 50% to negative 30%. All right, next to our board, Lancelot adjusted the Skiller Gland support skill as follows. Performing repeated combo attacks now grants the avalanche status effect. Prolonging the combo raises avalanche effect level. Adjusted when Lancelot can transition from a combo attack into a combo finisher, improving his ease of use. Extended the input window between combo attacks, making it easier to prolong a combo that requires button mashing. You no longer have to press the button as rapidly to continue comboing attacks. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. They didn't debuff his parry attacks? It's like triangle attack where he just like does like a dodge every time he attacks. That's interesting. Next one's from Vayne. Adjusted the knockback dealt by Rift Divider against guarding foes, making it easier for Rift Divider to deal consecutive hits. Fix a bug where it's blocking certain foe attacks with a heavy swing wouldn't fill the beatdown gauge. When non-player controlled Vayne is in a situation where blocking an attack with heavy swing would put him in a critical condition, he'll now prioritize dodging instead. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. All right, we got Percival. Increase the power of Schlotz +2. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Next from Siegfried. Fix a bug with the following up with Yui with Verganden. Cause Draconic release effect to end prematurely. Fix an intermittent bug where performing a perfect execution caused Draconic release effect to end prematurely. Increase the power of Skybound Art initial attack. Mirage now grants damage cut instead of defense buff. As part of adjustments made to static effect calculations and stacking, Draconic release now grants stackable attack plus instead of attack up. Furthermore, the effect strength of each stack has been reduced. Reduce the defense penalty of the Dragon Slayer Warpath Sigil from -50% to -30%. Dang, there's a lot of penalties. But I think we're going to get a bunch of buffs in this DLC. That's why they're kind of pushing things down so it doesn't get too crazy. Next one from Cagliostro. Increase the chain chance area, making it easier to participate in chain bursts from a distance. Fix a bug where after dodging, canceling a combo C finisher, the shortened skills cooldown effect from the Founder's Truth Sigil effect would sometimes trigger repeatedly. Oh, dang. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Next one from Yudara. Yudara's triple shroud marks are now always displayed as long as he has at least one mark. Increase Yodara's dash speed to match the dash speed of other characters. Increase the power of combo finishers. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Fix the intermittent bug where combo shortenings by the sharpened focus support skills wouldn't register the correct hit count. Fix a bug that caused empty miss cooldown to reset at unintended times. Next, we have Zeta. Extended the period of invincibility upon successful countering with Realm's Majesty. After executing Arvis Hammer, shorten the delay to initiate the next skill. Foes inflicted with Arvis Firmar now only take damage from the character that inflicted Arvis Firmar. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. So I guess maybe she had that attack and everyone would do increased damage if they attacked that foe that she was attacking. Good catch. Basaraga, while lunging forward with a Battalion of Fear, Basaraga will now stop lunging and proceed to attack a foe that he's close enough. Charge unique attacks cannot be initiated from all damage skills and debuff skills. Awesome. After dodge canceling from a combo attack, shorten the delay to initiate a charge attack. Fix a bug where dodge canceling combo A's power strike, then following up with a power strike would result in a wrong combo route. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Netherrack can now intercept attacks that can't be guarded. Ooh. Next one from Silophin. When dismissing the avatar while the sword shine level isn't maxed out, the sword shine level will now remain at that level. Avatar finishers will no longer reset the avatar gauge. Non-player controlled Silophin will now use 7 stars brilliance. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Tuyan, increase the chain chance area, making it easier to participate in chain bursts from a distance. After executing a charge power finisher, continuing to hold the charge button will now allow Tuyan to transition into multi-lock hail. Oh, that's pretty cool. Adjusted the camera behavior when initiating multi-lock hail by holding the button. Increase the power of combo C's finisher as well as fully charged multi-shot hail. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Increase the damage up effect granted by Dark Huntress Volley Sigil. Fix the bug that caused 2 Crown Strife to extend buff durations on foes. 2 Crown Strife will now only extend debuff durations on foes. Next one from Xenophon. Fix the intermittent bugs where landing all hits from Talvio wouldn't max out the Archangel Gates. Fix the intermittent bug where following up certain skills with the Light Step and the Revolant would disable the use of combo finishers. Fix a bug where effects from enhanced skill nodes in the masteries didn't apply properly while Chromatic Wings was activated. Increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack. Lowered Salafon's attack power and stun power while Chromatic Wings is active for the purpose of character balancing. Lower the stun power of Revoltant to its intended value. I think probably one of the biggest ones is coming from id. Charge Lund attacks can now be initiated from damage skills. Versailles Gauge will no longer deplete when it enters critical condition while he has the auto revive effect. While dungeon forward with never enough, it will now stop lunging and proceed to attack a foe if he's close enough. I do like that. Sometimes you just go right past the enemy. Expanded the attack radius of Dragon Form Id's Light Blast combo finisher. Adjusted the knockback dealt by Dragon Form Id's combo attacks against guarded foes, making it easier to deal consecutive hits. While Id is in God Might, dodging after a power strike will no longer interrupt the combo. I love that. While it is in Dragon Form, extended the input window between the combo attacks, making it easier to prolong a combo that requires button mashing. You no longer have to press the button as rapidly to continue comboing attacks. Adjusted the default camera distance from Dragon Form id to improve visibility. While it is in Dragon Form, after using Regain Leave, shorten the delay to initiate the next attack. Increase the healing cap of Never Enough Drain effect when it enters Dragon Form, the transformation attack now deals more hits, increase the power of Skybound Art's initial attack, lowering the power of fourfold vengeance. This adjustment was made to account for the addition of master traits of Endless Ragnarok. Atonement can now intercept attacks that can't be guarded. Alright guys, that's it for the character balancing. I think most characters got some buffs, I think, to scale up to what's happening and scale up to the newer characters. So I didn't see too many debuffs. We got some here and there, but I think all characters are going to be pretty strong. We'll see. Let me know what characters you are going to main or not in the comments below. I would love to hear. Eustace and Foul are probably the two characters I want to try the most as well. And just check out how crazy these summons can be. Let me know if you guys are hyped. Let me know if you guys are already playing this on PC. Let me know if you guys are waiting to play this game on console. Are you guys going to get it for PlayStation? Are you guys going to get it for Switch 2? Let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you guys want to stay in touch with when I do drop content, click that bell notification down below because it means a lot to me. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. I'm excited for this game. And if you guys are still on the fence about Granblue Fantasy Relink, there are demos out there that you guys could try and see if this game fits your playstyle or not. Alright guys, until next time. Peace.